Hi there. My name is Franco Finn. Thank you for joining us for Meet Your District Supervisor. It's a great series here to learn more about our district supervisors here in San Francisco. And as I said, my name is Franco Finn. Many of you may know me as a longtime voice MC for the Golden State Warriors. And I'm also very active in San Francisco as a film commissioner and also very active in the community as a professional auctioneer, helping to raise lots of money for many nonprofits and schools here in our city of San Francisco. But today, I'm so excited to meet finally, Chyanne Chen, District Supervisor of 11, our district here in San Francisco. That includes neighborhoods like Excelsior, Ocean View, and the Outer Mission as well. So welcome, Supervisor Chen. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
This is great. Well, first and foremost, these are some of the most favorite ones of my district because I grew up in the Excelsior district and I've seen it grow and change in so many ways. And we'll get into that a little bit, but let's get into you, getting to know more about you.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where were you born and raised and where you went to school?
Okay. I am an immigrant. I'm a proud immigrant of San Francisco and United States. I came to this country at age 16 from China, a city called Guangzhou, and a village called, actually it was a village town at the time, so called Huadu. So I went to Galileo High School for my high school, and then I graduated from UC Davis and also got my master degree from Cornell.
Wonderful. And so San Francisco is your home, of course, and you are so active in our city here. But before we get into why you got into politics and being a district supervisor here in our city and county, talk about some of the hobbies and things that you like to do when you were in school. Were you into politics? Were you into other things? What was it like in your childhood?
My childhood, so again, I grew up in China, so my childhood in China was very focused and simple. It's still very rural, right, at the time. But my childhood in America, in San Francisco, has been eye-opening because when I first came here, there's so many very caring teachers, after-school program teachers from, just name a few. So I was very active and fortunately also got into programs like CYC, my E program, at the time American Red Cross YCE program, and also Chinese Progressive Association as a youth. They're fighting for climate justice, and also Charity Cultural Center, also where it actually supported me and getting to know how to beautify our neighborhood by cleaning, graffitis and alleyway in Chinatown. So I actually learned a lot about being part of the bigger community and bigger me in San Francisco by participating in all those amazing, welcoming, integrating young immigrants, youth at the time.
Very grassroots. You've been
very
active in the community.
Active.
And that's how you kind of stumbled upon politics. Talk about that. Now, what made you decide after experiencing this? You said you immigrated here. You were active in the community and said, I'm going to get into politics. I'm going to run for district supervisor. What gave you that bug, if you will?
So I think it started when I was very young. I came in the early 2000s, right? So at the time, there was still a lot of garment workers in San Francisco, was minority, limited English-speaking immigrants, primarily women. I was actually volunteering, helping monolingual-speaking garment workers at the time, documenting their back wage case. They were fighting to get back their wage. And at the same time, another incident that when I was a youth, I participated on Mission Street, which is in the Excelsior, where we were trying to fight for environmental justice, where at that time along Mission Street there was many gas stations, and there was a gas station was trying to expand their permit for more underground gas. But in the neighborhood, we have school, lots of seniors, lots of kids, and lots of already a lot of gas station that is nearby. So people are actually having cancers and asthmas in the neighborhood. So we worked together as a community with the school, had multiple town hall meetings, met with EPA at the time, and finally we were able to got into an agreement and stop the permit of expanding the underground gas. So I think all those was really important and enlightening at a time where I can actually make a difference by speaking up.
That's amazing. And so that's kind of how you got into this.
From the beginning, I didn't even know like that is politics, but I was doing it.
And you were doing it, and now here you are representing District 11.
Yeah.
Let's talk about District 11.
Okay.
As I mentioned, it's near and dear to me because I grew up in the Mission and Excelsior, this Ocean View, Outer Mission, neighborhoods that are thriving and also evolving too. We'll get into some of that, but what are some of the main priorities in District 11 that you can tell us and address, to the folks out there?
So I think for District 11, our priority is making sure that we continue to keep families in San Francisco. Excelsior or District 11, it's multi-generational. Like example of myself is like I also raised my 2 children, and also I'm caring for my elderly parents. I think this is the beauty of District 11. It's keeping families able to stay in San Francisco. And also my priority is like in District 11, we are the forgotten. Have been always, named as the forgotten district. So we are District 11 in San Francisco. So I want to make sure that our seniors and our children, our business corridor continue to get the attention so that we receive our fair share to invest in like parks, senior services, children, youth, after school programs and revitalize our business corridor and beautify our business corridor. It's a very strong, very diverse neighborhood in District 11.
Love hearing that. Let's talk about your demographic in District 11. You mentioned seniors and youth. What is the primary demographic of District 11? It's changed so much over the years, but what can you tell folks? What is it made of now?
So currently, I think just a rough numbers, like we have over 50% API, and then about 20-some% Latino, and then we have a white, and then a mix. And at the same time, actually, we have the highest number of youth in San Francisco in my district.
Is that right?
Under age 14. Also, if we're not the highest, but then it's the second highest of seniors. But what is most important about seniors, like very diverse, very limited English too, because we are in a multi-generational home, and senior population is also very high in our district, and we don't have a lot of senior services in our district. So this is why the demographic for like senior and children and working class, like it's a predominantly working class. We probably have the highest workforce, like union workforce, per se, in my district as well.
Now, how do you ensure that some of these underrepresented communities have a voice? What are some of the things that you're doing, part of your platform?
So I grew up and I want to make sure that I continue to center language. So access is like continue to make sure that we're able to provide access in language, in culture, in cultural relevant or appropriate access. It's really important. And it's also, I myself have done on a monthly basis for coffee hour or like meet with your district office hour.
Like open door.
Open door. So it is making sure that I myself and my office is very accessible. So that is making sure that we continue to put it as a regular so people feel that they can come to us anytime.
Voice their concerns, questions, anything like that, and have open forum, if you will.
Open forum. And actually it's been very well received with my office hours in the district. And also it's another way to support our small business because we rotate. We rotate from Excelsior, Crocker, OMI, so we rotate. And then also people get to know our small business in the neighborhood too.
That's wonderful. Talk about the city now as a whole. Okay, now that you have a seat here as a board of supervisor here, as district supervisor, if you will, for District 11, what are some of the most pressing challenges that you see facing our city as a whole in San Francisco, and what do you plan to do to address that?
So I think I find it very pressing is the affordability. To continue to live in San Francisco. Again, I think I want to keep family in San Francisco, and I want to make sure that our children are able to stay in San Francisco as we aging, as myself like aging. I want to make sure that our children are ready to continue to able to take care of the most precious San Francisco values. It's like caring for each other, caring for our aging population as well.
Thank you for sharing that. And as much as you're doing now in San Francisco, you do a lot. It's busy. Is this what you expected as a district supervisor, the workload? I mean, it's obviously a labor of love. You're doing this, but there's many hours, right, that you spend. But if you had a day off, let's just pretend Supervisor Chen had nothing to do on a Sunday, what would you do in District 11 that you can tell everybody that, oh, you know what, we have some of the best this, that, this is what I would do on a Sunday, let's say, with your family?
Yeah, so I grew up, have a tradition in my family that on Sunday where my grandparents will take the younger generation and the kids to go for dim sum. So if anything that I can imagine on a Sunday, it's definitely the family value.
Food too. You gotta
Food.
have food
It's like
in the
you go
family,
to
yes.
dim sum together, and then you go shopping,
Yeah.
and then kids can play in the playground a little bit. Because now that I have kids, right, and then play with the kids, and then come home, and then go home, and then also cook a dinner that where everyone in the family can enjoy.
Oh, that's amazing. And you know what we're really proud of in San Francisco, and I've talked to all the supervisors, that we have access to a lot of parks.
Oh, yes.
There's beautiful parks, literally blocks away,
Yes.
within the 10 to 15 minute walk.
Yes.
Is there any particular places that you enjoy?
So
in
I
District
actually,
11?
in the last couple of years, we grew up in Balboa Park. So my kids grew up in Balboa Park. Though, like,
I love that.
Yeah,
I
they're
grew
not
up there
like
too. Yes,
they're
it's
not
amazing.
too old yet. They're 12, but like Balboa Park is we spend the most time. But I also love McLaren Park. I hike early in the morning. I will walk all the way to McLaren and then come back. It's my good 45 minutes of hiking up and down. And also, I think I would also highlight the slow streak that started during COVID. Actually, the community and our kids and our family and our senior really are able to take advantage of the slow street. So looking forward to like activate more open spaces in our district. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. I remember that vividly as a kid. Like, I went to parks almost every weekend. There
Yes.
was something, all those parks.
Also,
Yeah.
as a mom, I also take my children a lot to the library. So I also want to highlight our libraries in San Francisco. They have lots of different programs and activities and books, and it's a great space to to continue to build the imagination and spend time with kids.
That's true. And then they'll have internet there and Wi-Fi,
have
so you don't have to worry
games,
about
yes.
that. There's access for everyone
Yes,
at the public
yes,
libraries. That
yes,
is a true
yes,
fact. That is
yes.
amazing. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. So let's talk about your decision making and policies, and what you stand for. What is some of your approach to making, tough decisions? Not everything is easy. It's going to be very tough. Lots of opinions, a lot of people involved. Especially as it impacts community and your department. What's your approach like, so that everybody knows? Okay, Supervisor Chen this is how I operate. What is that?
I want to make sure that I continue to center and making sure that the most marginalized community continue to have a voice. In District 11, we are the forgotten, but we also represent a community in the southeast side of the city where we deserve attention. So I want to make sure that I center and to continue to make sure people have access to me, so that I can amplify their voices.
Okay. How do you ensure some of these policies are inclusive, they're effective for San Francisco's diverse populations? How do you provide that?
So I am a big fan of continue to make sure people have access to us, making sure language access, cultural competency access, and also making sure that I have town hall, I have office hour, and also making sure that I'm out there visible too. Like I walk the business corridor a lot myself.
You actually walk the talk.
I walk the talk and talk the talk. Yes,
Yeah.
and I also make sure that I attend all the neighborhood association meeting, and they all have access directly to me. That I feel like all the stakeholder making sure that I on a regular basis we continue to have our dialogues. It's very important, and as of now, I think I'm doing a good job. If you ask people in my district, they will let you know that they have access to me.
Okay, well, that's good. Let's talk about you and your staff now,
Okay.
like in the accessibility. Obviously, can't do it alone. You
Yes.
need a good staff.
Yes.
Here's your chance to really give a shout out to the staff that has joining you on this ride as a district supervisor for 11. Is there any particular folks you want to highlight, and just talk about your team? This is the moment that I'd love to
I
ask.
think I appreciate my entire team.
Yeah.
Like my chief of staff, Lin Xiaoqing, Jackie Prager, who is staffing me for like public safety and budget, and Charlie Shimon, who does a lot of land use, prep and transportation, and then Casey Ho, who does constituent works. Overall, my team is very supportive. of the work. And also, I want to say, like, they put in lots of hours, making sure that the constituents all feel they have access to my office.
Yeah.
And besides my staff team, I also want to give a kudos to my interns. Thank you for all their dedication and coming in on a regular basis and support my staff. And everyone that I actually came across to, they're like, your interns are very professional. Not only
that's
my
good.
staff team is professional that I'm so proud
the
of, but it's
interns,
my
yes,
interns are
that's
also
good.
very professional, yes.
You've hired and brought on some good people to
Yes,
represent not
yes.
only you and the district as well. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some recent successes in your district, something that you'd be proud of that you'd like to share with everybody, especially in your role as district supervisor. Anything cool that we should know about in your district, successes,
Yes.
good stuff.
Yes.
What do you think?
So in the beginning of the year, we had our first ever District 11 Lunar New Year walk.
First
District
ever
11.
Lunar New Year walk.
First
In
ever.
that district, first time ever.
In District 11. This is
Wow.
the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And we just had a very impressive, amazing night market on 2 weeks ago, last Friday.
night markets,
Night
that's what it's
markets,
about,
and it's
yeah.
going to be ongoing until December this year.
Okay.
So that is something that I think the entire district is very excited about. Night market, first ever night market in
But see,
District
that's
11.
cool. I wish when I was growing up, we had those night
I
markets.
know.
at Lunar New Year. I'm like, hey, what about us over here? But you're right, you're bringing that.
Yes,
That's amazing.
Yes, I'm very excited and hoping more people get to come and
experience
know
it,
about
yes.
District experience and learn about District 11 and enjoy some of the amazing District 11 food too.
Oh yes, and
Yeah.
food is always great, especially San Francisco and your district too.
Yes.
As we wrap up, I'd like to ask you, what are your goals in the next 5 to 10 years, or looking ahead? I know you have your challenges that you have to face now, but looking ahead, what would you like to see in District 11, and then also San Francisco as a whole as we close our interview?
So for District 11, I want to make sure that my priority has been the same. It's making sure that we can keep families stay in District 11 in San Francisco, making sure that our children, our children continue to able to see San Francisco as a home, that can see opportunity and continue to be thriving. At the same time, become leader that actually continue to take care of all the San Franciscans. And again, it's the affordability.
Okay.
It's that it's making sure that we continue to be able to keep San Franciscans. And I also want to highlight that District 11, whether it's 5 year or 10 year, I think it deserves some capital investment into our park, clubhouses, and to make sure that we, the working family district, continue to get the attention and deserve the quality services and program that is in our neighborhood.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing
you.
that. And as we wrap up, I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. So
Okay.
whatever comes to mind, okay?
Okay.
Just whatever comes first, okay? There might
Okay.
be some tough choices, might be some easy ones, but let's get to know you a little bit,
Okay.
okay? Here we go. Do you have a favorite San Francisco movie? I'm a film commissioner. I don't know, a lot of folks may not know some of the movies filmed here, but there's been a lot of famous ones. Do you know of any? I'll give you need some hints?
Yeah, please.
There's Mrs. Doubtfire, the Hulk, Shang-Chi the Marvel
Shang-Chi.
one. Of course, I love that one. That's a good one.
Okay, yeah, Shang-Chi for sure.
okay.
I watched it 2 times and yeah.
Okay, but there's also Matrix too. That was a good movie.
Yeah, but Shang-Chi is just like Ray. So
Yeah. And it was
meant
cool
to be-
because it was the first Asian superhero
Yes,
to me.
yes,
He's one of my favorites. And Simu Liu did a good job too in that movie. So
He
very
did,
nice.
he did.
Okay, Golden Gate Bridge or Bay Bridge?
Golden Gate Bridge.
Of course. All right, you more of coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay. When you fly, are you a window, middle, or aisle?
I'm a window.
Window.
Yes.
So you're willing to go through all those folks to go to the.
Because I usually just sit there and sleep, like regardless how long is the flight.
Okay. Sunset or sunrise?
I actually enjoy sunrise.
You do.
Yeah.
That's early in the morning.
I am an early person. I guess, yeah.
Okay, cable car or bus?
Cable car.
Cable. It's so classic.
I know, but like cable car is so unique in San Francisco.
Okay.
If you ask me.
What about this? Fast food or gourmet?
Actually, I would say fast food.
Fast food. Hey, you're real. You're honest about that.
I mean, it's fast food. It's because it's very accessible in my district too.
It
We
is?
have a lot of burger, like the Beats
Oh,
burgers.
beefs. You gotta go right. Yeah.
It's
Quick, easy.
quick and easy and fast.
You got it.
Working family with kids and seniors, and you have a full-time job.
You gotta be quick.
Yes.
You know what? That's very honest. Well, speaking of food, I'm gonna close out with one
Okay.
last thing. Okay,
Okay.
you ready? Ready,
Okay.
Supervisor Chen? Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. This is Fortune Cookies.
I know it
from
well.
Golden
Golden
Gate
Gate.
Fortune Cookie Company. So
Okay.
if you pick a flavor, I'll have you pick, okay? What do you think? We have matcha green tea, vanilla, or I think that's, I'm not sure.
Strawberry. I like
Oh,
the
you already knew it was
I like the
strawberry.
color red. So
Okay.
am I going to open
You
it?
have to open it now. You have to
and
open
then
it
I'm
now
gonna
and share with
tell
us,
my
yes.
fortune.
And then let's see how it relates to you, your job, your role. What is it? Reading from
Ooh, a pleasant surprise. It's in fun for you.
Okay.
So
How would you relate that to either your everyday work or you to get to know people? What's the surprise?
I think the surprise is like we in the budget magically that we are able to continue to get more money from the state government and the
Okay,
federal
that's the
government, so we
surprise.
can and win some of those losses with the
Okay.
federal government, so then we can have more money back to our city and make sure that our city is people are keeping feed, house, and also care.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That would be a very nice surprise, especially
know.
for your district.
Yeah.
Supervisor Chen, this was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can have some fun. You can enjoy that now. Strawberries, I guess you're going for the red. I love that.
Yeah, yes.
Very
Luck
delicious.
is supposed to be lucky. Yes.
That's true. Red is lucky. Well, thank you so much, District 11 Supervisor Chen, joining us here. Meet your district supervisors. If you want to learn more about her and more of our district supervisors, make sure to log on to SFGovTV's YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.